Hey everybody, welcome back to Run and Gun. I'm JT and I have a quick bag review for you today. I do a lot of Lowepro bag reviews for you guys because I really like the brand. It's durable, it's tough, and I really haven't had any issues with Lowepro. So this week we're gonna talk about the Lowepro Slingshot 200 AW. And this is a pretty awesome bag. Has a lot of little features. It's not that expensive. And for doing a quick run and gun shoot, you can actually fit quite a lot in this bag. It's almost about the size of my BP 150, but these two bags have two pretty different uses in my opinion. This one just has the single sling. It's not a backpack, so the sling just goes over, and it also has an additional clip that you can swing around your chest and have another point of contact to your chest. I really like that. And there's some nice padding in the back. So let's kind of go around this bag, talk about some of the features, some of the pros and the cons. And I kind of want to preface this by, there's a lot of people complaining about camera bags these days. And I think camera bags are tools just like your camera, and there's not necessarily good camera bags and there's not necessarily bad camera bags. There can be a really bad camera bag that was crappily made, but I think there are different tools for the job, and I think there are different camera bags for different purposes. There are some things that I wouldn't take my 300 AW Photo Classic on. There are some things that I wouldn't take my BP 150 on, and there are a lot of jobs that I wouldn't take this on, but there are a lot of great uses for this, and that's why I have about 10 camera bags right now. And I really have more camera bags than I do camera equipment to put in them. But we'll get that aside. I think this does have a lot of specific uses. I ran around with this for about 7 days in New York, especially doing street photography. If you're a street photographer, this is a fantastic bag. So let's start off right here with the top. There's a nice little zipper on the top. Open this pocket up, and if we let some of the light in here, you can see there's a nice little compartment. I could fit a nice Nikon 24-70 in there. I could fit in some lens cleaning cloths, some extra SD cards, XQD cards, whatever I think would look good in there. Just a nice little extra space. If you want to take this bag for a hike, this would be a great place for a little safety kit, maybe a Gatorade, any little additional things you want to put on there. Not that big of a space, but like I said, I could fit an extra lens in there if I wanted to, but not that I need to, because I can fit about 5 lenses, maybe 6 in this guy already. On this side, this is a nice spot. You can either throw a little monopod in this little leather strap here, or maybe a leg of a tripod. You can also do the same thing on the front, maybe a carabiner. Maybe I probably wouldn't put a tripod leg through these two guys, but maybe a monopod right through the back there. Let's also open up this other pocket we have here on the front. Another good pocket for SD cards, XQD cards, CF cards, anything like that. Lens cleaning cloths, filters, anything small and flat would work perfect in this little case right here. You're not going to be fitting, you know, an iPad or a laptop in this bag, so let's get that off the table right away. But that was a good little pocket. The other thing I like that a lot of people kind of pass up on this bag or don't recognize, these little straps and these little clips right here. I got 2 of them that I have to undo before I unzip this bag. And what these are actually for, if I were to actually be wearing this bag, what I can do is spin the bag around in front of my chest. And if I don't want to set this on the ground, let's say I'm in New York City and the ground is dirty, maybe it's wet, I can just have the bag hanging by the single sling, keep both of these buckles buckled up, and then just unzip the top. And the zipper stops right here on this clip, this zipper stops here on this clip, and now I can fold this open and you can see my camera body is right here, ready to go. And I just pull out my camera body, and that way I don't have my bag sitting on the ground. It's secured around my neck. I don't have to worry about somebody coming up behind me, swiping any of my gear. I have easy access to rip out my camera very easily, just like that. But again, that's just a little feature of this bag that I love. I'm gonna zip this back up. We're gonna unbuckle these buckles, open this guy all the way, and see what it looks like inside. Another reason I love Lowepro, and most camera bags for that matter, is the ability to customize the interior of these camera bags. So let's undo these buckles, unzip this bag. Again, I have 2 zippers, which helps a lot. So we're gonna open this bag. On the inside of this flap, I have another Velcro area, another area for SD cards. I hardly use this one, to be honest. I'm always worried that if I flip this open a little too fast, my SD cards are gonna go flying. I don't think that will, but that's just me personally. So once that top flap is open, let's take a look at everything that I can fit in this camera bag. And right now I have the Nikon Z kit in here, if you can see that. And the great part about this, I can fit my camera body and a lens already on it. Right now I have a 14 mil prime on there right now. I also have room for 4 additional lenses. I have a Sigma 35, I have a Nikon 85, and I can easily fit, let's say a 50, let's say a 24, something else in there, a little bit of a smaller lens, or let's say I packed this down and configured it a little bit different. I've also carried a 70-200 laying across the top with the body separate, so when I go out and shoot, I just click them together and I'm good to go. But for a sling bag, there is quite a bit of room in here. If I didn't want to carry 5 lenses, because let's be real, that's probably overkill for the type of shoot you're going to be doing with this bag, I have all this additional space. I can put in my prism, I can put in extra batteries, chargers, and it's just a good run and gun kit, run and gun bag, and everything fits in here fairly well. And back here, I have a nice little lens cleaning cloth that comes attached to the bag, and you can just roll it up in this mesh pocket. That's about all this little mesh pocket right here is good for. But this bag comes with extra little adjustable, customizable pieces so that you just Velcro them in where you want. And this is kind of how I have my kit set up. I have my areas for my 4 additional lenses or 4 accessories, and then my camera body slides right here in the middle. And that way, when I'm doing my little buckle system and I just want to open up the top portion of the bag and just grab out my camera body, that is always an option. So let's zip this bag up. And this is a really fun bag. Like I said, for run and gun shoots, when you're, let's say, walking around the city for a couple hours and you want something fairly light and you want to be able to snatch your camera body really quick, but you also want to be able to put it away. Let's say it starts raining. And if it starts raining, we also have the option on the bottom, because this is an all-weather bag from Lowepro. This is going to be loud. Apologize. I have my rain cover in the bottom that has the elastic on it, and I can just put this over the top of the bag. This came in a lot of handy when I was shooting in New York City, and it decided to start pouring rain halfway through my shoot. That way, I'm the only thing getting wet, and if I have a raincoat, nothing is getting wet, because this whole thing goes around the entire bag and has a nice elastic bit around the back. Makes it very, very awesome. And I can also, there's a little Velcro strap here. I can put the top through. I Velcro it underneath the strap, my top strap. And that way, if I'm walking, if it's blowing, 100-mile-an-hour wind, this guy is not coming off the top. The only, I wouldn't say a downside, but it's just like carrying an umbrella. When you're done with this, you gotta make sure you air it out. So let's say I'm in New York City, it's pouring rain, I get back to my hotel, I have to take the time to take all of this off. I wanna make sure my camera gear inside is nice and dry and not being affected by the humidity. So I'll take all of my gear out and I will stretch this out, let's say across a fan or something. Wouldn't wanna put it directly on a heater, but I want it to air out before I have to use this bag again, so that next time I go out and I shoot, I'm not having to worry about the cover being wet, my bag being wet, anything like that. But that is a super convenient little sun, rain, wind, shine, whatever it is that you run into, this bag's gonna have you covered. I think that's what this little label down here stands for. My little all-weather 300 down there, the Photo Classic, has it as well. And you just flip this guy out, nice little Velcro thing, so when you're not using it, it's not in your way. But overall, I really love this bag. I love this strap. Nice and comfortable on the back. There's some nice padding so that I don't have to worry about a hot shoe or anything digging into my back as I'm trying to walk around. I walked 70+ miles in New York City with this thing. I don't like giving reviews on things that I haven't used quite extensively, so I can talk a lot about it so I know all the pros and cons. But this bag's pretty fantastic. Another nice little thing, simple little carrying handle. I carried this around when my back got a little bit hot, carried it around for a little bit until I cooled off, and then I threw it right back on my back in Photo Plus. Again, Photo Plus was a super crowded environment, so this bag is pretty darn small, pretty darn versatile. Another thing I didn't mention, all of this is adjustable, all of these straps, kind of hard to see on this close-up shot here. I can also unbuckle the bottom. Let's say if I didn't want to keep taking this on and off of my head, I can just take the strap, wrap it around me, and then clip it on instead of having to get in and out of this, especially if you have it set up to be a little bit tighter and you're wearing this over a jacket. You want it to be as comfortable and as easy to take on and off as possible. So that is about it for this bag. Highly recommend it if you do run and gun photography. If you have a smaller kit, it'll fit a mirrorless, it'll fit a DSLR, a Sony, a Nikon, a Canon, whatever it is that you shoot. Great little camera bag for running around. I think you have to kind of have the need and the intention for this bag. And by that, I mean, you have to know exactly what gear you need for your shoot. This isn't the bag where I pack up every single lens I own, every flash, every camera body. I have to know I'm shooting on my Nikon Z. I need one flash, I need 3 lenses, and an external video light, and I'm good to go. This isn't, you know, I'm gonna bring my full closet and pack it all in a bag. That's too heavy, and that's not the way I shoot. That's not my run and gun style very often. So definitely give this Slingshot 200 AW a look if you're looking for a new camera bag. Nice and durable, great build quality, great bag. So that is all for this review. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know if you've ever used this bag or one similar, but if you're looking for a bag, great buy. I'll have it listed in the description down below if you want to pick up your own Slingshot 200. And that's it for this review. I will see you guys next weekend, and until next time, get out and go shoot.